Hi guys, welcome to Sassy Goes Keto, and I know I just posted a video last night and the quality of it, they said that a couple of people said that you really couldn't see the product that I was making, the dough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the dough and make the dough for you guys. I'm going to bring my GoPro down, see if this view works and this helps you out. So this will be the number 2, technically number 3 take for this video. But I will also post this on there as well, just to give you guys a better view of what it is. I'm not going to be making the little piggy wraps or whatever you want to call them. We haven't named them just yet. I'm waiting on you guys to do that. Let's see what we can come up with. Right now, I'm just calling it the sassy recipe. That's what I'm calling it. So I'm going to get through and we're going to go ahead and take you through the dough. I'm going to blend it all up. And we're going to, just like I did before, except for I'm not going to be making the other product. I probably can get the pickles out and stuff and go ahead and run that through just to get a closer up of it. But I'm going to make this a faster version for it. So we're going to get started. What you're going to need is the xanthan gum, like I had said before. So you're going to need your almond flour and you're going to need 4 egg whites. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the camera down. This camera is going to be focused on me and my GoPro is going to be focused on the food. So we're going to try and see if we can get this together and see if we can make a really good video. I'm so excited, y'all. So welcome to a Cooking Up a Storm day with Sassy. Sassy Goes Keto. I am Sassy. And we're going to try and see if we can get this right for you guys. You guys can see it. I'd hate for you to miss out on something. I mean, you're going to probably make it on your own and you will see it there and it's going to turn out great. But I just want to be able to mainly let people see my product so that way it's not so far away. I didn't think the GoPro was such good variety. You know, I knew it was big, but I didn't know it was like extremely wide angle and just the way it was, and it shrunk it down. So I don't like the shrinking of it. So we're going to try and see what we can do to stop the shrinkage, because I don't like the shrinkage at all. I want to be able to have a full video. So I've got 2 different things going. I got the GoPro going and I've got this going. And then I will look at both versions and see which one I like better. And then we'll go from there. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to bring you down. You are not going to see me during this. So that way we can get making this dough. It's really easy and ready to go. Alright, so let me bring you down here. Let me get my camera to work with me. And see if we can get a good angle. Alright. Let's move this bowl over there. So we got a nice good angle for you guys to see. I got clear bowls so you guys can see what I'm doing. I've got the eggs. We've got the GoPro pointed down here as well. Hopefully that is going to get a really good video of that as well. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to crack our eggs, and we're going to put egg whites in one and then egg yolks in the other. I just brought these directly right out of the refrigerator. So they're still nice and cold. They're just starting to sweat. So we're just going to place those over there. And if you get a little egg yolk in it, that is not a big deal, guys. It'll still turn out the same. Little bit of egg yolk never hurt anybody. Alright. So good. Oop, that one broke, so time to put it back in there. Alright, sorry if you hear my daughter in the background. She's playing video games. Oh, that one looked a little weird. Alright. Get me a towel. Something to wipe my hands off here. Alright, so we're going to set our 4 egg yolks off to the side, and I'm going to be making bread with those. Now I'm going to have a total of 12 egg yolks that I need to get. Okay, let's see. Oh, it looks like you can see it, so I can tilt it up, and this is going to be good. All right, so you're going to be taking your 1 cup of almond flour. And just like I said in the other recipe, it's going to be taking 2 to 3 cups, because by time you're adding, the egg whites are just so, they've got so much moisture for some reason. You know, you can add up to 3 cups of almond flour. I only put 1 cup in here to whip it around and get it done, and then to get it dough-like consistency. And then I just slowly start adding the dough to it, or sorry, the almond flour to it, just to make sure, you know, I covered my bases. It can be up to, you know, up to 3 cups of flour. Okay. So now, I don't have my teaspoon, but you're going to add 1 heaping teaspoon of xanthan gum. And if you want to get more on the xanthan gum, because there's going to be, there you go, there is going to be a total of 3 cups. And if the bread is really not sticking for you, then just go ahead and add it. What I just added right now, it's just kind of how you like your dough, thicker, not thicker, falling apart, not falling apart. So I just added 1 heaping huge teaspoon. I mean, technically you can even add a tablespoon if you wanted to. I've done it before too, but I'm trying to get correct on here for you guys. You know how that works when you tend to make this stuff and you just kind of eyeball it, and then you're like, oh, I got to put it on the video, so I really got to measure it. And well, I kind of don't measure, so it's always by sight. It's just something that my grandma had taught me, my mom had taught me, everything by sight. So trying to get a learning curve to that. And then we can't forget our salt. So we're going to take our pink Himalayan salt, and you're gonna salt it about teaspoon, teaspoon and a half. And I made 4 different things with this when I did make it. I made the little Sassy's keto snack. I made that. I made little breadstick knots, and I made breadsticks. And at the end, I went ahead and made up a tortilla shell, which was really cute. It worked. And so I was like, hey, I was just trying. So this time I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make like bread twists with it. See if we can do that and get them something cuter, just so you guys see. And I might even be able to make some knots with it as well. I have some leftover dough from last night that I didn't even use, so I didn't think about that. Let me get that out, and then it can start heating up. And I saved the extra dough that we had. I saved, so that way I can roll it out and then make something with that as well. So I can probably do like the little garlic knots with this. And that's what I said. See, it held out overnight. I mean, it's still ready to go. You can still pull it apart to get your little garlic knots. You can still form it if you want to. But I'm going to set it over here to the side, and I'm going to let it heat up a little bit, just so we can form it a little better. But, I mean, it's perfect right now as it is. All right. So now I'm going to take my almond flour. I'm going to add my egg whites to this, so that way I can get that going. I wish that I had a higher area to set you guys. It'll be a little bit easier, but I'll just tilt the bowl. It's not a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to add my 4 egg whites to my almond flour. Now this is where you're going to start using some muscle, and you're just going to take your almond flour and your egg whites, and you're just going to mix it up. And that way you guys can see. You can use a mixer if you want to use a mixer. You can use whatever you feel necessary to use, but I just give it a good old mix with my hand. just like I said, anywhere from 1 to 3. I guess I should have posted that on my other video that I did, from 1 to 3 cups of almond flour, just because of the moisture aspect in it. And it's really starting to thicken up because it's making my arms burn. I mean, so that's really good. You're going to get it a white consistency. And you see it's already starting to turn into a dough. And that's really good. That's what we want to see. So you just give it time for that xanthan gum to kick in. Alright, and that is perfect for me. It leaves it rather, like, I wouldn't say frothy, I guess. But I like the way it looks. And I was really excited to even try maybe a bread with it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my almond flour over here. And I'm going to sprinkle my almond flour down. I usually do about 1/4 cup at a time. I'm just doing this because the kneading helps the xanthan gum a little bit better. Instead of just putting it all together and then mixing it, it makes it even harder. So that's what I do. Alright, so now I'm going to take the dough, scrape it out, and we're just going to put it on here. Sometimes it turns extra poofy. You know, sometimes the cute little breadsticks that it does is really adorable. Like, remember dreaming when you were a kid going into that fancy restaurant and they had those cute little breadsticks sitting in a basket, and you see it in movies all the time and you're just like, oh, that's so cute. Well, this is almost something like what you can do. And it's just adorable. And I liked it. I was like, yes. So now I'm just going to take and work the almond flour in. I roughly put about 1/4 cup down on my table to get it worked in. And it gets easy to do. The more you make this, it's been kind of my thing the past couple days to make stuff with it. So I'm just going to take another handful, put it in there. And you'll know because the dough will stop becoming sticky. Right now it is still a little sticky, and the xanthan gum usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes to sit to thicken up really good. Sometimes it thickens really quick, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to leave it that little extra time. And I'm just rolling it around to keep the mess from spreading everywhere. Alright. And now it's starting to form up really good. It's still going to be a little sticky, but not bad. You can just roll it all over to get that xanthan gum, or the almond flour in there. But as you can see, it's still sticking to my hands just a little bit, but it's not bad. So I will just keep, I think that one should be the last handful that I do. Because then I'm going to let it sit there for a minute, and I'm going to let it absorb all the almond flour, or that way it'll and just get it knead up, and then it's starting to stick to my hand a little bit, but alright, so we're going to let it sit here for a little bit, just a couple minutes. Let me go wash my hands, and we'll just let it sit there. feel the crazy texture from the xanthan gum kicking in. And while that's resting, I will just take and go through and get my pizza cutter. And we'll just let this rest off for a minute. And we're going to bring the cold stuff over here. So this stuff is really cute. I already did it. And see, it's been refrigerated and it heated up. I'm able to smush it, form it just like a dough. So if you guys want to leave this overnight, go ahead. You know, it works in the refrigerator just right. So, and look at that. We're just going to create little balls here. Let's see what we can get. And I'm going to cook these up in there and see if they keep like a dough or if they're going to be like the little breadsticks that I made. I just want to get a little bit of something to see. Alright, and then I'm going to stick these in the air fryer and we're going to see what we can get. I got my air fryer over here already going. So I can, and I cooked bacon this morning, so I have some nice bacon grease on here already. So I know the garlic knots shouldn't, or the garlic knots. I need to put garlic in it because I keep calling them garlic knots, but the little cute little, and then I'm just going to put them in, oh, just like just like that. Just lay them out, space them out in there, air fryer. Flip it up. There you go. And we'll get that in there just like that. And I just knocked all my cords everywhere. Let's get you set up. So I'm going to put these in here. Get them cooking. I do it at 400 degrees for 3 to 5 minutes. I put my air fryer on. I put my air fryer on the French fry setting because it works really well. It just cooks them really good for that 400 setting. Now the other thing that I did in the other video is that I showed you, and I'm probably just going to have to do it anyways. I brought the cream cheese out so that way I can just make it and then take a picture of it and just show you, and then we'll have 2 videos. That's all. So that'll give me time to let this rest still. Remember, 2-3 minutes, sometimes 3 to 5. I mean, it's still getting, it's working in there really good. Alright, so this is what I did. I have my open pack of cream cheese I had last night. And I had my turkey breast, smoked turkey breast. So that way, gluten-free, keep refrigerated, yummy stuff. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side. I have that there. What do I do with my pickles? Alright, and here is my pickles that I used. So, I just used an Always Save. I just picked up a quick brand. I'm going to set my bowl off to the side, and I have a cutting board over here on the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pickle and I'm going to cut it in half. So just a pickle spear. Alright, and then cut this one in half too. So we can recreate this. Give you a better bird's eye view of what we're doing here. Alright, now I cut it, and now I have four pickle spears. I'm going to leave them over there because I don't want all that juice down there. I'm going to have to keep it going here. So I don't want to get that wet. So I'm just going to put down another one. And then I will show you one, and then I will wrap it up after I show you what I do. I take one piece of meat, put it down, and I take roughly a tablespoon of the cream cheese, and I just smear it in there. And these were delicious, guys. I loved them last night. On the edges, the ham was so crispy. The garlic on top that I put on top, oh Lord, it was good. I was like, yes. So you don't have to be perfect with it. You can just do long line. Let me check the knots here. Okay, not quite brown yet. So then all I did was put my pickle spear in, pushed it down, and rolled it up. And then what I did is I took my dough and I wrapped my dough around here, and then I cooked it. So that's what I'm going to be doing with that. Let me go ahead and make these and I'll bring you right back. Alright guys, I made all 4 of my pickles wraps here. So let me get these set off to the side and get these off of here. I love my non-stick baking sheets. They're just amazing. Alright, so I brought the little garlic balls out. Let me take them out here. What? Alright. And here's the little garlic balls that I just made with that extra dough that I had last night. They're a little crispy, yummy, very good. Alright, let me see. Oh, this one's good cracked. No, we'll just try this one. Woo, they're hot, guys. Alright, let me open up. And yummy. Hot. Mmm. They were in there 4 to 5 minutes. Guys, it tastes just like bread. That's what I'm talking about. Just like bread. And they're so cute. I mean, you don't have to do little balls like this. You could do other things, you know, but hey, can you imagine getting these, crisping up, make croutons? There's so many things that you can do for these. Mm. And they're hot too, and that's a good thing. Look. I'm gonna put a little bit of cream cheese on it. Yes, ma'am. Those are good. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these over here. And let me get a quick drink. And then we'll get it kid approved and see what my daughter thinks about it. Okay. It's already out. Okay, so now I'm going to get my rolling pin and my parchment paper, wherever I put it. Oh, it's right in front of me. You need parchment paper, wax paper, whatever you feel like. Either or for me, doesn't matter. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and just cut this in half. You can see it's really doughy. Looks like nice bread. I'm going to stick this off to the side. I'm going to sprinkle just a tad bit of almond flour down on the bottom. Just a little bit on the top, just like we would do with any other dough. Move this knife out of the way. So I'm just going to lay down my paper, and we're going to get to rolling out. Give it a quick press. And you guys can roll out however thick you like, however thick you want. These are actually going to go on my Sassy's pickle recipe snacks. So that way, let's get it longer here because we're going to get 4 of them out of it. We're going to get a lot more than 4 out of this, but I'm just doing little by little to see, make it even here. See how even that is. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna set that off to the side. I'm gonna take your pizza cutter, and just like we did yesterday, I'm just gonna cut little strips out of it. I'm gonna do a little bit wider strips today. Well, I guess those are the same size. Whoa, that one was really big. That's okay. Whatever we have left over, I'll just twist and make little twists out of it, you know? Make something cute. So we'll try and see what we can get. Alright, this one, this one, this one, and one right down the middle. Alright, so we'll stick these off to the side here. And since this one's really big, I'll just put it on here. And then what I'm going to do, see if you can see that, just going to start that, and then I'm just going to roll it on here. And then you get a nice wrap dough around it. Now what I'm going to do is I can add a little bit of salt over the top with some garlic, and it made it wonderful. Oh my Lord, did it make it wonderful. Okay, that one's going to be too small, so we're going to switch it out. We're going to switch it out for a bigger one. Some pickle. Come on, there we go. So start at one end, wrap it on up. So you get to the end, put it through. All right. Get another one here. My mouth is already watering, guys. This was delicious yesterday. Oh. I'm like, yes. Oh no, I broke it. Well, luckily dough forms easy, so. It forms back together. Alright. Get the fourth one going. I'm doing this for you, Mom. That way you can see. And I want to make sure to give a big thank you to Tyler for providing the GoPro and to supporting my channel. I really appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much. It's helped out a lot. It keeps me going. All right. So now we have our 4 sassy snacks that we still need to name. All right, so now I got my salt and my garlic that I have. But first, I'm going to take the time to make sure my stuff wasn't going to stick, so I'm just going to get some bacon grease on there and smother it around a little bit. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these in here. I'll put them in here and then I'll pick it up and show you guys on how I placed them. I mean, you guys pretty much know how to place them. Oh, I forgot my salt and garlic. Alright, and that's how I have them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on top of the dough. And yeah, it's still sticky, so. And then just a tad bit of garlic, just to give it the garlic knot taste. I don't know, it was delicious last night, so that garlic was just like, whew, bomb. Alright, so I'm going to let that continue on. And now, these are just going to be really cute little twists. You can just twist them up, put them in there. You can make them small, you can make them big. You can make breadsticks. You can make them bigger, you know. Something like that. Well, if I can get them to stay. The dough is really easy to work with, guys. So you can make them anything that you want. Let's see if we can get this together and then get this going here. Mush it out a little bit. Okay, let's see, how do they usually do this? And get yourself a little pretzel. I mean, there's so many things that you guys can make with this. The tortilla shell I did, and look, I still have a whole nother half to work with. Plus this big one right here to work with. So it gives you lots. I'm gonna make her some little pretzels. That'd be really cute. Just to give her some little pretzels and get you guys something here. Alright, well, I'm going to make these little pretzels and everything. I'm going to pause this so this video is not too long. That hour, whoops, was way too long. I mean, I was like, 1 hour. Wow, crazy. So I'm going to get these all done up and then I'll be right back. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my egg yolk and I am just going to lightly add some egg yolk on the top. And some cute little that's so adorable. We have pretzels. I'm gonna have to wash my hands. Okay, and just like the other ones, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little salt on top. Everybody loves pretzels with salt. I can get my salt shaker to work right. Alright. So now those are ready to go in. So exciting. Dee dee dee. Alright, when these are done, I will get you guys in and I will bring you back and I will show you what we did. That way it's a little bit closer. You guys can see each and every one of these things. So that way, and then we'll get this video posted right away. So then that'll give you another video to watch that's not so long. That'll give you everything that you, camera changing. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, guys, these been in for 6 minutes. So now what we're going to do is let me grab my tongs. Let me get this out of the way for you here. I got a mess all around. We're gonna bring these out. That way you can see them. No sticking this time. Bacon grease is amazing. I'm going to get the pretzels in here and then I'll bring the pretzels right out. Okay, it's got 8 minutes on there, but look how cute that is, guys. And it looks delicious. Yummy. They came out really good, hot on the side, all on the bottom. They didn't stick. See? Yeah, let's get that side. You got your pickle, your cream cheese, and they're good, guys. So excited. Let me see if I can take a picture here. All right. And then plus we have our little garlic, our little balls here. And then we got the pretzels going. So we'll get those pretzels up and then we'll have the pretzels right here. And I'm going to put this in and put it away and do another recipe for tomorrow. Maybe, you know, my daughter might want more pretzels for a snack. So I could take and put that in for a snack. Put it in for a snack for her for later. I mean, that's a lot. So I'm just going to zip it up. Get all the air out of it. And then make sure it's all ready. And I wrapped it up in my Ziploc bag and put it in the refrigerator. And it's ready to go for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to pause this and I'll bring you right back for when the pretzels are done. And then we'll plate it all together and then we will show you the results. All right, guys, pretzels are done. I'm gonna get these babies out of here and plate these on there and show you, and they didn't stick. The egg wash on it worked beautifully. Oh, they're so pretty. I love pretzels. All right. And we'll plate them. All right, look how delicious those are. And they're crispy. Can you hear that? They're crispy. So we got little pretzels, low carb, delicious. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a small one, but I'm going to do it off camera because I want this to be here for you guys so you can see. We'll get these all set up and get some pictures taken. And then the final result. So you got your pretzels, you got your snacks, and you got your little bread balls. Very delicious, very yummy. And I mean, it just cracks apart, guys. It looks very good. It looks just like a pretzel. And get it to the right way, to the camera. Couldn't help it. Oh my gosh, it tastes like a pretzel. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Very good. All right, guys, you have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful cooking up a storm day. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching and enjoying. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Mom, this is for you. Mwah. I love you. Hopefully you can see this better. So I did it just for you. All right, and the fans. But you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next recipe. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye-bye now.